Well, we are now 2 days, 3 hours, and some minutes to the big day. Well, 2 days to our date with history, 2 days to another test of our democratic resolve. In 2 days, we will all know who will earn the bragging rights. Well, the clock on the screen is counting down to that time. Good evening. Welcome to the program. I'm Chamberlain Oso. Well, Nigerians will once again dust their permanent voter cards again as the spotlight beams on the state and state houses of assembly. Even the governors will be seeking to outwit themselves and secure their positions. Well, preparations continue across the country for that election. But things are going on across the states, different plans being put together. But we'll find out from some of our correspondents if things are indeed going on according to plan, including those from the security agencies, the political parties, even the umpire. Well, let's take a look at some of the correspondents who will be speaking to us today. Emmanuel Ere will talk to us from Port Harcourt today. Then we'll have Chimezie Inyocha from Kaduna, and then Tope will also speak to us from Imo State today. So all three of them will be bringing us up to speed about what's happening where they are. We also like to remind you that our social media platforms are again available for you today to air your views on the program. You can tweet at us using the hashtag Nigeria 2015. You can also use the Twitter handle you see on your screen now. But if you have any further comments, do send us an email, and that will be nigeria2015@channelstv.com. Well, you can also send us pictures through our Eyewitness platform. Just download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. So thereafter, just tap the Eyewitness menu and then follow the instructions you see there. Well, joining us tonight, we've got Mrs. Juliet Benitez, who is a director, Institute of National Transformation. Well, sitting beside him is Ebunolu Adigborowa, a legal practitioner. And then from our studios in Abuja, we'll have Emmanuel Ojukwu, who is the Police Public Relations Officer. So he will be speaking to us from Abuja. Well, all politics, they say, is local. And so this governorship elections has been described in so many ways, different ways, by different people, even those who will be participating in it. But how do we avert violence? That's our focus tonight. But lots of people have also spoken up about what they intend to do. Let's run you through some of the comments that some have said. It was only recently that Mr. Dr. Ruben Abati, the presidential spokesman, was speaking about some of the things he had heard was going on in the country. So at the time he did say this is not a time for ethnic jingoism and settling of scores. He went on to say that this should indeed be a time for the healing of political wounds in the overriding interest of national unity, especially after the just concluded presidential elections. He also says that, yes, they are aware of the negative triumphalism that has been put on display since March 31st, perhaps looking across the entire country. But that wasn't the end of the speech. He says people should also be committed to national progress and entrenchment of best values of democracy. And then expecting so much from all the leaders out there, eventually just ended up by saying, well, the president did expect that people should go ahead and vote for the candidate of their choice without threats or violence from any quarters. Now, that happens to be part of what lots of people are focusing on, how to avert violence. There was a lot of build-up to all of those and expectations, but lots of people eventually got to blow their cheeks out after the way the presidential elections turned out. It was indeed surprising to many, especially all those calls that went through from one candidate to the other, the president-elect. So many expected that to just trickle down, have that tailback or tripling effect to the states, as it were. But then we have more comments about what has also been said, or expectations from the police themselves. Well, yes, we'll take some of it because we get to bring you what the IG also did say in film. But this one, the IG did say the force headquarters will deploy hundreds of additional police officers to states considered volatile. We'll skip to that now. But yes, it did say that they've got 124 incidents which hinged on electoral offenses. They were being investigated. Now, I will skip to that part where we'll also get to see what the NHRC is also saying. Well, many had responded or referred to prosecuting electoral offenders as one reason or one action that could also serve as a deterrent to perhaps would-be troublemakers who will look back memory lane and say, well, if we did some of this, or if some people did others and up to now have not been prosecuted, we might as well just take our chance. And perhaps those also who send them out there may just say, as part of their message to them, yes, you could just give it a shot. After all, nobody has been prosecuted. But then the NHRC, also speaking upon that matter, did say Saturday's polls not capable of degenerating into a national level of conflagration with regional consequences. Remember, this politics is in states, it's very close to the people, the state houses of assembly, so there'll be a lot more involvement, deeper involvement perhaps, than it was with respect to the presidential elections. And then some flashpoints now. The NHRC also did release some of this, and look at the states that they listed as some of the areas that they consider flashpoints. Well, don't forget, security agencies also are looking through some of what has been described as the flashpoints here. Look at that: Bauchi, Kaduna, Benue, Abia, Ekiti, Lagos, Imo, and Rivers, all significant in these elections. Well, not that some other states may not witness a thing or two about security, because yes, the IGP did say they were going to deploy their men adequately to cover all of these areas. So these states are the states that you may need to keep your eye on by extension. So NHRC, remember, they did that report also talking about electoral violence and the build-up for campaigns and elections. So, yeah, the IG's comments just running through. But you know what? Let's go ahead and just bring them what the IGP did say about deploying security to ensure that we all have adequate coverage for these elections and many more. Let's take a look.
So far, we have 124 incidents that were investigated, and quite a number of them have been charged to court already. While others, the prosecution, like I said, will require INEC's involvement. They will be prosecuted accordingly. So we will continue to effect arrests, but the most important thing really, we focus mainly in preventing the commission of a crime, whether general crime or crimes relating to electoral offenses. We are more concerned with preventing them, but where they do occur, we arrest the culprits and then go on with the investigations, making recoveries where necessary, and then prosecuting them accordingly.
The one thing is that the governorship elections are not going to cause a national, don't have the possibility in our assessment to cause a national level conflagration with regional consequences. So that means that whatever pockets of violence we've got, we can manage. That said, there are areas that give us cause for apprehension. There could be some violence